So the reality is the monitoring surveyor's job is to tell us, the lenders, how much it's going to cost this contractor to build it, not the market, not the BCIS indexes. The laziest reports I have seen, and the ones that infuriate me, and it's difficult to infuriate me, is when you pay to the monitoring surveyor to conduct full investigation around the construction and the budget and the team, and they come back and they say, oh, the median of BCX is X, and that's why multiplied by the square footage of the project, this is how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're paying the monitoring surveyor to do.
You need it to be far more detailed.
We need to know what this particular developer can build it for. And it may be cheaper than BCX because it's self-built. And we need to respect that. There's an element here that we rely and we trust this borrower to build it for that much. So that's spot on. With contingency, even if the borrower puts, my favorite is 2.5% contingency. So even if the borrower put 2.5% contingency, when you put the deal into the lender, I would expect at the initial term stage for this contingency to be uplifted already. Yeah. So we're not misrepresenting, we're not selling you the dream. The lender should uplift this contingency to the contingency acceptable to them on day one. And final on term, that was a good point you made. What tends to happen is we take the term that the borrower provides to us and we check whether it falls within BCIX database. And if it says, if it falls within, say, 90% of the cases complete project of this time, within this time frame, that is deemed acceptable. So, and also we tend to know how long things take, like projects of similar nature. We tend to have a good feel of...
And I think clients forget that as well, don't they? And also brokers as well. I think there's this naivety that brokers and developers know best to a certain degree, when in fact, actually, 9 times out of 10, development finance lenders are boots on the ground 90% of the time. They've seen everything that can go wrong. They've seen however many cycles. They've seen however many developers go through projects. I mean, you see X number of projects, we see Y number of projects, but yours far outstrips the number that we see. And I think there is that naivety of brokers sometimes thinking that they do know better than lenders, which, don't get me wrong, in some cases they do, but it's very, very, very rare. And I think what you mentioned there about term and everything else, I think sometimes there has to be a bit more reliance on brokers to kind of take that lead from lenders as well, I think, and be able to translate it back to the client as well, because I think it's a massive shortfall of a few people that I've seen.
Very much so. It's